let's talk about this. It looks like headphones, but these are actually, well, it's not these, you know, like underwear, you call it these, or pants, you call it these, but this, it's one unit. This is a fan, has 2 fans in it. JISULIFE, JISULIFE, you stick it around your neck, it has 5 speeds, but we'll get to that. Let me turn it off. Hello, it's me, I'm Steven Allen. How are you doing today? So let's talk about this. I kind of need this on. I think I can have it on a low speed and it won't be too noticeable to you. I also have this, it's a hand fan, and I use them in combination to get that extra air situation. This is needed in the hot months, summer months, spring. I'm in New York City, Manhattan. It gets so hot here, and even in the winter you would think, oh, it's cold outside, underground, on the train, in a building, in a car, if you're taking a taxi or taking, like, let's say that you're taking the train, MTA, it gets hot underground. Maybe it's not hot in the station, but in the car, it gets hot. People packed in those trains, it gets hot, especially the summer. And I'm tall, or I don't think I'm that tall. I feel like I'm average height, even though I'm not 6'2", but still. So I'm standing above everyone else, at least. People aren't breathing their hot air right into my face, but I need, you know, to circulate some air. You would think in the winter, it's not gonna be so hot. If it's a packed train, if it's an empty train, they blast heat into those trains. And if it's a summer month and the train's air conditioning is off, I need this. I need it. So I carry this with me. This is a newer situation for me because I've been using this for about, well, actually I got this, I think in 2020. But this I got maybe a month ago or so because I wanted to get this and I wanted these to match and I wanted 2 of these. I got another hand fan. I think it was the same brand, but it's a different model that's a little larger. I thought the battery would be better because it was a little larger, but the battery was actually worse. The battery life on this is great, but this is not what this video is about. So let's talk about this. I haven't used this as long, but the battery life on it's good. I've charged this maybe twice and I've used this a lot. I use this for, I had this on for, one time I just had it on and forgot that it was on because it was so quiet. But I used this, I want to say a full day and it was still working. And these I will use for hours and I'll just charge them at night and they're ready to go. I used this for an audition recently. Excuse me. I had a Zoom audition, and when you're doing the Zoom auditions, most auditions are self-tape, so you film yourself at home, you send the tape in. The Zoom auditions, or they're called like EcoCast sometimes, that doesn't matter. But anyway, for the Zoom auditions, you have to wait for them to invite you in. It's kind of like you're waiting in a waiting room, like a traditional audition, but you're waiting in a digital virtual waiting room. And I would have this around my neck because in the past I would do that. I have my lights on and everything and I would start sweating. And then once the audition would start, I would look a mess. So I would use this to keep myself cool because with the air conditioning off, because I don't want to have the AC on and then it's making too much noise, you have to turn it off. So anyway, this helps for that. I don't know why I got into all of that. Anyway, what else? So let me talk about a few of the features, I guess. Let me turn this off. So you see all of these vents here, these openings. The air comes through here and through here. There are 2 fans here, and it kind of sucks in the air through either this side or this side. Let me see if I can feel where it's pulling the air in. I think I don't know. It's pulling the air in, maybe from both sides, or I don't know. But there's not a fan in here. It's just pulling the air in, and then it blows out through these vents. So you're getting most of the air here and here. I'm gonna turn it off. And then you get a little bit of air here, because I thought, oh, is something wrong? I'm not getting air here. It is coming out, but just not as much through this end, which I guess makes sense if you have long hair, so you're not having your hair kind of, because it's gonna hang over, blowing I guess you could have this on top of the hair. Anyway, this is the 5th speed. I think this is pretty loud. Let me take it off, put it down here. Yeah, you can hear it. because in comparison this, I used to think, oh no, it's too loud, it's gonna disturb people, but when it's next to your ear, your face, you can hear it. It's not, it sounds kind of like a bug that's like flying right next to your ear, but when it's away, you don't really hear it. I mean, you still can kind of hear it, but it's not annoying. I don't think it is. And I've had this for years. It's not like the motor or the fan has started to make that weird noise. You know, fans, after they age, they sometimes make a weird noise. So it's been good. I like that this is compact, it folds up. That's not what this video is about. It's about this experience. You can't fold this up. It does kind of stretch a little bit so you can get it around your neck. Some people in the comment section of the product were complaining that they need a larger size for their neck. I mean, I have a male neck, so it is the size of male neck. I have larger hands. I don't have like a big, what it would be like a wrestler neck or something, but I feel like it works. I think this is great for everyone, especially in this world where it's getting hot. But if you play sports, basketball, if you're a parent and you're going to a baseball game, a football game, a soccer game, get this for yourself, get this for your husband, wife, get this for your girlfriend, your friend, whatever. If you have children, and they're going to soccer practice, basketball practice, whatever, after the game, give this to them. If they're sitting on the bench, like after they're playing, give this to them. They can have this around their neck. Because I think that is a great thing. It's not like it's just air around you and you can cool yourself off. It doesn't look crazy because maybe you'll feel a little self-conscious walking around with this, holding a hand fan. I don't, because it's so hot. You need to just do what you need to do. But this looks like some headphones. So I don't know. Someone can make fun of someone, but you're playing sports or whatever. I feel like this would be great. You're a parent at a game, especially outside. Another thing, this is great for outside. This, you don't really feel this as much outside. It's great for inside. You get all the air inside, but outside it's like the surrounding wind kind of knocks the air out and I don't feel it. But this I do. I have to turn it up to a higher speed, but I do feel this. So I like it. It comes in some different colors, just like this, and I have the brown, I have this. Thought it would be nice to have these match. Let me put this down so I don't drop it and get annoyed. Pause. Resume. So they have a few different devices. I just like this. Now it does say this is left, this is right. Obviously you want the fan blowing up to your face. I'm curious if I turned it upside down, what that would feel like. Yeah, I don't feel anything. Now I guess if you're playing sports and you're just wearing a jersey, actually this is kind of great too. You could use it like this as well. But if you're just sitting it on your neck, having it resting around your neck, it's blowing air up to your cheeks, so I can feel the air here. I don't feel it on my neck, the back of my neck, but there is a little bit of air coming out. I know I can feel it if I put my hand here, but it's so faint. But I do feel air here, and it's really, I want to keep it on, but I feel like it's disturbing the whole audio experience, but we're just going to keep it on. It helps. It helps. In the winter it helps. With trains, maybe you're in a car, maybe the person who's driving the car wants to keep it really hot. You could have this. Maybe you're in a house and someone says they want the heat on or whatever, this helps. If you are in an office that's hot, if you're in an Uber, what I was going to say before, you would think, oh, well, I don't ride the train, I take Ubers. If you take an Uber, a Lyft, that driver, they have a hot car, and I've been in hot cars, and sometimes you're running late, you have to stay in that hot car. This helps. So I feel like it's kind of an essential thing. It makes a great gift. A stocking stuffer if it's that time of the year. I think this would make it a fantastic birthday present, especially paired with this. And I wouldn't get offended. I said that when I am on, like when you're on a TV show, sometimes you give a gift to the cast and crew. And I was like, I want to get a bunch of, not this, but like a bunch of these, maybe this now too, maybe both, and give it to the cast and crew. Now, some of them might throw it away. they might sit it down and not use it, but I feel like I will see most of the people on set with this on. This is a game changer. People talk about like, oh, this is a game. I use this every day I go outside. I have this with me. Definitely. This now as well. And I went out yesterday and I forgot to take it with me and I was a bit upset. And I was running a quick errand, just picking up some food. So definitely look into this. I like it so much. Thank you for making this and making this available for me to get, because I like it. I use it all the time. If you want to sponsor me, please do. I just have fantastic things to buy. So I do have some suggestions about how you can make this better and how you could make this better. We can talk about it. I think the next model, make this flat at the bottom so you can sit it on the table and it won't like fall over. And then also make this foldable. They do have different versions, but I like this one. Maybe make it so air can come out of the back, and then maybe you can like pull this out and kind of collapse it on itself. Maybe this can be a little more square so it can just be this nice block or something. I don't know, we can talk about it. So anyway, there you go. That's enough. Until next time, take a little time to make art and be brilliant. I'm Steven Allen. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.